Hey everybody, it's been a while. Some new content on the YouTube page. Taking a little break from F1, and over the last couple months, I've discovered Out of the Park Baseball 19. In terms of baseball, I would say a casual fan, but getting more and more into it as the time goes on. I've been into MLB The Show quite a bit over the last 2 years, but I was really looking for a bit more of a deeper experience, especially with a franchise mode. And I ran into this game, Out of the Park Baseball, which is on PC. Um, at first, this game was extremely overwhelming. There's menus upon menus and obscure stats. I have no idea what they are. I still don't know what some of them are. Um, but I kind of dug in. I looked at some tutorials. Um, Foolish Baseball does some great tutorials on YouTube. I will link his tutorials in the comments of my video there, or sorry, the description of my video after this. But he has some really good ones that really helped me kind of develop as a player in this game. And yeah, it's really helped me out in learning the ins and outs of how to manage a baseball team. I'm still by no means any good at it, but we're gonna try a season with the Toronto Blue Jays. So, before we get started, I just want to mention that my level of baseball knowledge, I would say I'm a casual fan. I know all the teams, I know all the divisions, I know what's going on in baseball from a week to week basis, but I am not a baseball nerd. Okay, so throughout the video, I will more than likely mispronounce names. Um, but yeah, don't jump down my throat on that. This stream is more geared towards, hey, you might be interested in it, but maybe you're a little bit too overwhelmed. If I can play this game, anyone can play this game. It's a lot of fun once you really start diving into it, and we're gonna be kind of learning as we go along too. So, I know means I know how to do everything. Navigating the menus is still a challenge for me. I'm sure I'm still doing it very inefficiently, but yeah, anyway, we'll go from there. So, like I said, we're taking control of the Toronto Blue Jays. It is March 27th, 2018, which is the start of the 2018 season. I'm recording this right now, middle of July, All-Star break right now. But yeah, I thought we'd get this started, and I kind of want to do, the idea of this video is, for these videos, maybe do like half-hour-ish videos where, I'm not, I might play a few games, I might, some videos might revolve around trades or the draft or whatever. So we'll see. It'll evolve as it goes along. So we have our start screen here. Game is just being created. I suggest you meet the team and then create your team, then set up your control options. I'm going to set up my control options first because I'm not going to control everything. I let my assistant GM do all the minor league stuff, including firing minor league personnel, because I don't really mind too much. I will handle the team personnel, international amateurs, setting the budgets for the scouting, as well as drafting the players. So those are my duties. Exit autoplay. We kind of want this autoplay to go a little bit faster. We will exit autoplay. Keep that when a player is eligible to come off the DL. Player suffers a day-to-day injury. Well, we do want to know about injuries. Yeah, when a player is injured, let's say for at least a week. There we go. Hopefully that'll make things move a little bit faster, but probably not. So our GM is George Costanza. As you guys know, if you're watching my channel and you watch my F1 videos, all my driver. So he's gone from F1 driver to MLB manager and coach. Well, not manager and coach, manager and GM. See, I don't even know the terms. All right, so that's that. Let us meet our owner. So our owner is Edward Rogers. And let's take a look at what he wants. He wants us obviously to turn a profit. He wants us to reach the playoffs this season. That's going to be a tall ask. We're in the tough AL East with the Yankees and the Red Sox. We're really going to work hard at improving this team. There's a lot of things I want to do, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get there that fast. He wants us to upgrade at center field this season, which is Kevin Pillar out there, I believe, who I like. So we'll see if that's going to happen. Sign Russell Martin to an extension. This is probably not going to happen. I mean, he's 35 years old. He's making $20 million a year, and he's locked up through. We got him for till 2019. So, unless he starts ripping it up in his twilight years, I don't see us signing him to an extension. But he's Canadian and he's well liked, so maybe that's what the team wants. And reach the World Series in the next 5 seasons. I think that's doable. So literally 1 out of 4 things there I'm hoping I can do. All right, so let us meet our team. So this is our team. Our top players, obviously, we have Josh Donaldson, Marcus Stroman, and Roberto Osuna, our closer. What I really like about the Toronto Blue Jays is their prospects, and they have some outstanding prospects. They have Vlad Guerrero, which is the #1 ranked prospect, and who's going to be playing in Double-A to start. And then we have Bo Bichette, who I think is probably a little bit more ready than Vlad. So we might be seeing these guys, depending on how they do, as early as this season. We also have Anthony Alford, who's a 23-year-old minor leaguer who's got some pretty good potential, 3.5 stars. We've got a big market size. Our fan loyalty is great. Fan interest of 86, so that's pretty high. Money for free agents. We've got about $20 million to play with, which not too bad. And $80 million for extensions. Personnel, we've got an assistant GM. Let's actually take a look at Ross Atkins. He'll be fine. DeMarco Hale. Favors pitching. Yeah, I think his reputation is fair. I don't think we're going to go out looking for a new coach right off the bat. Are we? No, I don't think so. I think we're happy with him for now. I do want to look at my scout. That's what I want to look at. Front office, personnel. Let's look at our scouts. And our scouts rated as great, his reputation. He's good at scouting majors, minors, international. So I like Steve Sanders' scouting abilities, so I think we're going to hold on to him. In general, our personnel's not too bad. Okay, we should probably, like I said, meet our players. I'm going off into different tangents here. But let's take a look at our home screen and go down our lineup and see who we have. So currently, we'll probably change these lineups around a touch, but currently we have Kevin Pillar batting leadoff. I really like Kevin Pillar, although they say we have to upgrade at third base this year, or third base at center field this year. What I like most about him is obviously his defensive ratings. He's got an amazing arm. He makes some big catches out in center field in real life for sure. He's an exciting player to watch. Not the greatest hitter. I mean, he doesn't have a very good eye. His home run power is a little bit weak. Doesn't have great contact. Straight avoid Ks aren't bad. So right now he is a free agent at the end of the year. He's arbitration eligible. So we got 1 year left on his deal. So that's Kevin Pillar. He'll probably be around for the year, I guess, unless we make some major changes. Justin Smoke is our first baseman as of right now. 3-star overall, 3-star potential at 31 years old, so I think he's still got some pop in him. He's more of a power hitter, so he's got 65 home run power, which is pretty good. Avoid Ks, not so great, but yeah, he's a good hitting first baseman. Not very good speed. Last year he hit 270 for us. His contract, he's making $4.125 million for this year, and we have a team option for him next year at $6 million. And my guess is, depending on how he does, he's going to be asking for something ridiculous the year after. So I don't know if he'll be a long-term player for us, but yeah, that's Justin Smoke. He will be our first baseman for now. All right, here is our franchise player, Mr. Josh Donaldson. So again, 4.5-star potential, 4.5-star overall. Arguably one of the best third basemen in the league. One of the best, anyway. Great power, great contact and gap power. Pretty much everything across the line is good or great. Yeah, he does. The one thing he does have is a giant contract of $23 million. and it expires at the end of the year. So we need to decide at some point, are we going to be holding on to Josh Donaldson and signing him to an extension? Or are we going to cut ties and try to beef up our prospect system, maybe get a couple everyday players in there as well? So something we're going to need to decide. Obviously, no, we're not going to trade him right away. But as the season goes on, as we get closer to the deadline, he may be someone who we are thinking about moving. All right. Batting fourth, we have Randall Grichuk, which is a new addition to the Blue Jays. I think he came over from St. Louis. Yes, I think so. I can't remember. I think he came through over. Yeah, I think he came through St. Louis. Anyway, that shows my level of baseball knowledge. Is 2.5 potential, 2-star overall. He's kind of a plug right now in left field. Pretty good positional ratings and defensive ratings. Wasn't a great hitter. Yeah, he played for St. Louis last year. He hit .238, so not sparkling numbers. His on-base percentage was .758. I mean, pretty average player. Nothing really to write home about. He had 59 RBIs, 22 home runs. Yeah, pretty average. He's making $2.8 million, and that runs out at the end of the year. So again, arbitration is he's going to make almost double his estimates. So I don't know if that's something we're going to be willing to take on. So he might be a trade, a possible piece to trade as well. Next, the old man, Curtis Granderson, 37 years old, the Grandy man, 2.5-star potential, 2.5 overall. I mean, doesn't really have much potential anymore. He's getting old. He still does have some solid hitting numbers, and I do like him in the lineup as he's one of my only lefties for right now. Let's see. In 2017, he split time with the Mets and the Dodgers, where he was not hitting particularly well. So I'm hoping he has a much better year this year, making $5 million, and looks like he is only signed through this season as well. So what's the good thing is we don't have a lot of these guys locked into these big multi-year contracts. So that gives us hopefully some room to make some trades and maybe unload some guys for some prospects at the deadline if things aren't going our way. All right, Russell Martin currently batting 6th, and this is someone who I think we talked about earlier, but he is one of our veterans with the huge bloated salary. He's only a 3-star overall, 3-star potential. He's 35, so I'm going to be expecting that that's going to be dropping by the end of this season or even halfway through this year. Last year he hit .221, 731 OPS. His wins above replacement 1.6. I mean, I'd say he's average to below average right now. He's not a catcher we're really wanting to stick around for too long. Unfortunately, he is locked up for 2 more years at $20 million per year. That's a horrible contract the Jays signed for him. And no one's going to want to take that on, I would imagine. So I think we might be kind of stuck with Russell Martin for the next 2 years. But we'll see. Okay, batting 7th, we're working our way through the lineup here, is Yangevis Solarte. I think he's our DH right now. Pretty good hitting stats all around. His eyes not too great. 2.5 overall in potential. He can kind of play every position, albeit not overly well. Third base is his best position. So, I mean, we can use him as a utility guy in different positions. But, yeah, for now, he'll be DHing for us. Last year with San Diego, he hit .255. He had an okay season, not spectacular. His contract, we actually have him locked up for until 2020, and his contract keeps going up. He is 30, so hopefully we maybe see some improvement. But $4 million this year, 5.5 in 2019, and a team option at 8 in 2020. All right. Batting 8th, we have Devin Travis. He's a bit younger, 27 years old, 2.5 overall, 2.5 potential. kind of all depends on how his season goes. I feel like that could either drop down or he could be a really good second baseman for us. It's kind of a crapshoot because I don't really know. Played with us last year. He hit 259, OPS of 729. Not very strong hitting stats, to be quite honest. He did only play in 50 games for us, though, so yeah, I guess a bit of a smaller sample size. He is only making 1.45 million, but the arbitrator is looking at an estimate of $7 million for next season, so we're gonna have to decide is that gonna be worth it or not. A lot of guys running out of a lot of our top guys only have 1 year left on their contracts. And finally, batting ninth, we have Aledmus Diaz. He came in from St. Louis with Grichuk, I believe. He's 2-star overall in potential. He's got some decent gap power, some average contact. He's pretty good at avoiding Ks. I don't like his eye discipline rating. That's not very good. Defensively, not superb. Average shortstop, I would guess. Maybe a little bit below average. Hitting stats, again, not overly great either. So he might be a guy that's not going to stick around with us for too long. Diaz is, he's making just $2 million. He's done at the end of the year, so again, someone we might be able to package a deal with some point. Maybe not. Also, look at our bench players here. We got a few interesting bench players. We got a backup catcher, Luke Melee. I think that's how you say his name, Melee. Good defense, but he'll be backing up and filling in for Martin every now and then. Like I said, I do like his defense. Not a strong hitter. But yeah, he's making the looks like the league minimum or close to the league minimum. Kendrys Morales will be seeing a little bit of action, most likely in pinch hitting roles and filling gaps, probably at DH. Again, he's not an overly strong player. Again, hitting is about all he can do. With us, he had 250 last year. Pretty average numbers all the way across the board. So, we actually forgot to look at his contract. He's making 11 million and he's locked in for 2 more years. That's going to be a bit of an issue. Probably a contract not many people want to deal with, but we'll see what we can do with Mr. Morales. What else we got? Steve Pearce. Steve Pearce is going to be interesting. I like his hitting. I like Steve Pearce. He's only 2-star overall in potential. Hitting numbers pretty good. Right-handed batter, kind of average ratings all the way throughout. He played 92 games with us last year. He had 252. So again, very average. We got a lot of really average players that are making too much. I think he's making 6.25. He's done after this year. So see what we do with him. Not sure. And we got Teoscar Hernandez, who will kind of be our fill-in bench outfielder for now. 1.5-star, 2-star potential. He's only 25, so I could see this potentially getting better. Don't like his avoid Ks. He's got a good eye, though. Decent eye. He played for us last year in 26 games. And hit 261. So he might be bouncing back and forth between AAA and the big club, depending on where we're at. He's making league minimum. We might sign him to an extension. We'll see. But like I said, I don't have any guys I'm overly excited about. But when we talk about prospects, that's a whole other story. We got some really solid prospects in here. We got Vlad Guerrero Jr., look at these contact numbers, home run power, eye. If these all stretch out to 80, 75, 80, this guy's going to be a beast. So he's starting in AA right now. We're just going to kind of let him season in AA. We'll probably bump him up to AAA and he might get a look at the big club. I mean, if Donaldson's injured or we trade him, Guerrero might need to come in sooner rather than later for us. So, a bit of pressure on him, I think. Our second prospect I'm really excited about is Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette is a power hitting shortstop with some really solid numbers throughout. Decent speed, decent fielding. So he's also double A currently right now. Again, kind of similar play with him as Guerrero. We're going to kind of let him season in the minors for a bit, move him up to triple A most likely soon. And I mean, our shortstop position, we've got Elimas Diaz, who's not an overly strong player. We also have Tulowitzki's, who we still need to talk about. He's going to be a pain in the butt to deal with, but we'll talk about him in a second. So Bichette may be filling the void again, like I said, sooner rather than later. A couple other guys won't talk about too much. Anthony Alford, who's actually out 3 to 4 weeks with a hamstring strain, 23-year-old. Good eye, yeah, good defensive, good base running skills. Not a great hitter, but definite potential there. Now we got a few guys in single A that are looking. We'll see how they develop. I do like this Danny Jansen though. He might be the fill-in for Russell Martin. So he'll be 24 when Russell Martin's contract ends out. I'm hoping he'll be ready for the big leagues by then. If not, we may need to trade for a catcher, but we'll see. And yeah, that's kind of about it. Current injuries. Yeah, we should talk about our current injuries. We got Dalton Pompey. Yeah, kind of he might jump up and down between the big leagues and AAA. And here's Tulowitzki, who has a bruised heel. He's out 8 to 9 weeks, so he won't see any action for a while. We don't have to worry about him yet, but when he does come back, we have to worry about this gigantic contract. $20 million. I mean, he'll probably split time with Diaz. No one's going to want this contract, and the ugly thing is he's locked in until 2021. This is going to be the biggest thing that we have to deal with, contract-wise, because unless we package him with, I don't even think if we package him with a prospect, anyone's going to want him. So I don't know what we're gonna do with Troy Tulowitzki, to be honest, because he's definitely on the decline. He's 33. Yeah, I can see those dropping, but if he comes back from injury and puts up some good numbers, maybe he'll be all right. We'll see. All right, that's enough talking about the hitters. Let's get into the pitching. As for our pitchers, we've got our ace, which is Marcus Stroman. Marcus Stroman will pout if he doesn't get his way. Oh, that's not good. Actually, hold on. Sorry, I like to see their personality in those. And I saw that yesterday. Hold on. Show personality ratings on profile. There we go. I want to see that because I want to see like their leadership ability and things like that. Okay, here we go. Marcus Stroman. There we go. So he has high greed and work ethic. He's not a great leader, or he's not loyal either. But a hell of a good pitcher. 4-star potential, and overall, pretty good numbers with Toronto last year. 201 innings, so he's a real workhorse, and I expect him to be leading the charge for pitchers for us this year. In terms of he's making $6.5 million, and we'll probably be talking extension. He goes to arbitration, and we're looking at 7.875. Yeah, he's thinking he's worth 10. I don't know about that. So locking him up for at least, we're most likely going to hold on to him. We'll probably be looking at going to arbitration with him when the season's over. Jay Happ's our number 2 pitcher right now, 3-star potential, and overall, let's see, anything interesting here? Solid numbers. Loaded contract though. He's making $13 million as a number 2 pitcher. Some might say that's okay. That's quite a bit for him. Will he find his way back to Toronto when that contract runs out? I do not know. Ooh, a lot of talking here. All right. Aaron Sanchez, our number 3 pitcher. Pretty good overall ratings. Good curveball and changeup. 3-star potential. Didn't have an overly great year last year. He only pitched 36 innings, so he was injured a lot of the season. He does have a nice contract. He's only making $2.7 million. Arbitration's going to be about double that. He thinks he's worth $10 million. I don't think so. So yeah, we'll see. Marco Estrada at number 4. I don't have too much to say about him. Not a huge fan of Estrada, to be honest. Didn't really have a great season last year. 4.98 ERA. And then we have Jaime Garcia. 2-star potential, 2-star overall. And again, didn't see a lot of work last year. He split time between Minnesota. Actually, split time between Atlanta, Minnesota, and New York. Yeah, not overly spectacular numbers on either team, but he's at $8 million, and we have a team option for next year at $10 million. I don't know if he's going to be around either. So as you can see, that's kind of our team. Few changes we're going to be making throughout the year, but we're going to kind of let the first quarter of the season play out and kind of go from there. So to finish off the video, we will play opening day against New York. So let's set up our lineups and make sure they look like what we want. I think they're all pretty much the same. We don't really have any guys that we're going to platoon. Steve Pearce is going to be kind of our utility infielder. I like that. Morales will kind of be splitting DH with Solarte every second game. Yeah, I kind of like how the CPU set this up, actually. I don't think I'm really going to touch it. No, I like it. Okay, so let's just move on until we hit the next game today, finish today. We'll take a look at our preseason predictions here, see where they put us. I'm assuming behind the Yankees and the Red Sox. So, I mean, I'm predicting a 3rd place, maybe 4th place AL East, depending on how Tampa does. Baltimore's going to be awful, I think. Let's take a look here. Okay. Let's take a look at our preseason predictions. Here we go. They have us at 84 and 78, 7 games back. Yeah, that's fair. To be honest, that's fair. It's going to be tough. Getting past the Red Sox and the Yankees is going to be the biggest challenge for us because they've got all the money, they got the talent. I really feel like our only way to really get in there is maybe sneak in and get a wild card berth in the next couple of years and hopefully go on a deep run. I don't see how we're going to lock up an AL East title anytime soon. But you never know. They predict Donaldson's going to have a good season, so depending on how he does and where we're sitting near trade deadline, we might be able to get some good stuff for him. Trade him, if we trade him. Okay, personal message. We should at least reach the playoffs. I don't know about that. And our top 100 prospects. Again, we have Vlad Guerrero actually at number 2. Oh, Mr. Ohtani's a little higher. Interesting. And Bo Bichette is not there. He's top 20. He's 21st. He's dropped quite a bit. Sometimes when I load up these franchises, he's as high as 8th. So interesting. Cool. Well, we'll see how he pans out. All right, opening day against the New York Yankees. So we'll finish the video off with this. Hopefully we can pick up the win. That would be lovely to get a win on opening day. All right, so lineups are set. As you can see, the Yankees are pretty powerful. I mean, our bottom of our lineup, we maybe have a slight advantage, but not much. Otherwise, well, we're going to see if Stroman can keep us in it. Let's start the game. I set the defensive strategy, I'll let the computer deal with that, and then we deal with everything else. let's start our game. And here we go, opening day. So I really like this, the actual the 3D models and all that with this game. It's pretty neat. I like it. So how I play the game, I don't throw every batter. All I do is I quick play until there's a runner in scoring position, and then we pitch from there. So top of the first, and that is not a good start. It looks like Brett Gardner doubles. And we got a full count on Gregorius with no outs. So we're going to pitch to him. And we strike him out. That's a good strikeout from Stroman. So we got 1 out. Stanton's up. I'd like to think maybe we pitch around him. But that brings up Judge, who could crush it. So let's pitch to him. Full count. Oh, we strike him out. Stroman looking good. 2 strikeouts. Now we've got Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge, I think I'm going to try to pitch around him. And 2-2 pitch, he swings on it, and Stroman with 3 huge strikeouts there. We get through the top of the first, so good start to the season. As for our top of the first, we get nothing. And again, they start off their inning with a double, and Gary Sanchez walks to the plate. He's a little bit scary. Now we might try to pitch around him. 2-2 pitch. Oh, it's bobbled by Donaldson. And that's going to allow him to get to first and third. So we got first and third, no outs. We're really hoping for a double play here or an infield pop-up. 2-2 pitch. Oh, that's perfect. Donaldson picks it up. No one advances. We get 1 out. Now we're trying to go for the double play. He's got weak contact, so I'm going to try to pitch to contact, see if we can get a double play out of this. 2-1. No. Donaldson just misses it. That will bring home Walker. So it's 1-0 New York. First and second, 1 out. Brewery's up. And he hits in. Oh boy. Okay, so. Oh, someone's trying to steal. I don't know why he went around to try to take it home, but that's okay. They do get 1 run. That was weird. Like, Martin had the ball and he was not even at third base yet. Okay, Brett Gardner's up again. And, oh, he is going to drive it into the outfield. All right, first and third, it looks like 2 outs. We're still not out of this inning yet. Boreas, 0-2 pitch. That should get us out of the inning. No, it's bobbled. Oh my goodness. Very easy play. I don't know what quite happened there, but yeah, that drives in another run. And the bloodbath continues. We could have had the inning over here, but 2 more runs are going to score there. Ouch. We're up to 5-0 Yankees here early. We get out of this inning here? Finally. Aaron Judge gets us out. But wow. Very rough inning there. 5 runs. 6 hits now. All right, we're finally mounting a little bit of a charge. We got runners on first and second with 1 out. We got a lot of work to do. Solarte, here we go. Looks like he's going to be popping out. Yes, he is. Chapman there. Okay, Devin Travis up next. And he hits it right to Gregorius. Nothing doing. Still down 5-0. Let's see. Stroman's at 58 pitches. He's given up 5 runs, but I'm going to keep him in still. He does get through the top of the third. And we get nothing in the third. I'm thinking about warming up some guys early. Really look at the bullpen too much. Most guys are rested. I'm looking for a guy with a little more stamina. Because we may have some long relief going. I think Danny Barnes is a little bit more stamina, so I'm going to have him in the pen. But it looks like Stroman's settling down a little bit. Alright, we're not getting anything going here. Neither are they, though. But they keep getting a hit every inning or so. Get nothing there. We only have 1 hit on the day, so this is not looking good. Stroman's up to 100 pitches. Danny Barnes, we sat him down too long, so. Alright, we got a runner on second. I'm going to have to bring you in. Stroman's day is done. Alright. Oh, we uncorked a wild pitch. That's most likely a result of him not being completely warmed up. Alright, runner on third with no outs. 3-2 pitch. That should get one out, but another run's going to come home to score, making it 6-0 Yankees. They are all over the Blue Jays here today. And the inning's not over yet. We're on second with 2 outs. Gregorius is going to pop out. So, we're going to have one miraculous late game comeback here. This is not a good opening day for the Jays. Alright, bottom 6. Again, we get nothing. Danny Barnes at 16 pitches. And Clifford hopefully not getting. Yep. Anderson, nothing. Still, we're only at 2 hits. Tyler Clifford's going to come in. He'll pitch a good inning. We get nothing in the 8th. Again, we've only had 2 hits. They get 1 run in the 9th to make it 7-0. They got a guy on second. That's hit pretty well. Get under that. Looks like we can. Alright, not a great opening day for the Blue Jays. So it's bottom of the 9th. We'll just play all 3 bats here. Justin Smoke up. That's hit pretty well. Is that going to find the gap? Oh, an amazing catch in Hicks in center field. Robs us. Alright. Josh Donaldson will walk. Grichuk steps up to the plate. 2-0 pitch. Looks like he will be popping up too. The Jays are down to their last out. And it's Curtis Granderson. And he strikes out. Wow. So, Jays looked absolutely anemic in their opener against the New York Yankees. It was all Yankees from start to finish. All we could muster was 2 hits, one by Donaldson and one by Grichuk. A few walks, but otherwise they just beat up on us. They had a 5-run second inning that we just could not recover from. 13 hits versus 2. Not going to get it done. So anyway, that is our first video of our franchise. As you can see, this franchise needs some work, clearly, as we get slaughtered on opening day. So yeah, we will see you guys next time. I'm not sure where the season will be at the next point. It'll probably be a good chunk into the season. We'll see how we're doing, and we'll go from there. So thanks guys for watching. If you guys have any comments or anything I can be improving on, or anything you like to see, or suggestions, please leave comments down below. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next episode.